Hey guys, so I'm going to talk to you about some concepts between keto and the way we're living today, or maybe from yesteryear. See, because we truly are hunter-gatherers, contrary to what we really want to believe. People don't think, like, these bodies are designed to move all day long and to survive, but we are so lazy, we don't survive anymore. I have so many people tell me things like, oh my God, I just hate working out. I'm like, so you don't like to move your body? I mean, that's what we're designed for, is for constant movement of the body. So what's going on? You know, people are like, oh my God, Stephanie, so you're lean because of your genetics. And I'm like, yes, no. See, because we're not designed to be fat unless we're starving. And I'm not starving, so there's no need for me to hold extra body fat. So if we go into the mechanisms of why, we're going to find the answer to our questions of, why can't I lose this weight? Why can't I lose weight? Well, it's all connected to the way we're supposed to live outside. Okay, for example, when you live outside in the savannah and a lion could be chasing you, or where's the accessibility of food? This puts your body more into the fight or flight syndrome, but that's not going to be very often, you guys. That's going to be here and there. Our bodies cannot discern and distinguish the difference between paying a bill and being chased by a lion. But the irony is, with zebras, there's a man that wrote a book, Why Don't Zebras Get Ulcers, or something like that. And the irony is that a zebra can be chased by a lion, run from its life, and then go back to the same watering hole, to the same spot, a couple of hours later, and not have a care in the world, honey. Why is that? And why cannot we do this? Live this type of reality? Well, we could if we use these big brains that we supposedly have. So we're constantly in the fight or flight syndrome, which raises our cortisol levels. And once the cortisol, the stress hormone from the adrenals, is released, everything's a mess. So our bodies can only handle 5, maybe 10 grams of glucose, blood sugar. So if you're eating carbs, that wouldn't equate to a lot. It'd be about a palmful of carbohydrate. And I don't mean like from an orange. So all of our fruits and vegetables have been genetically modified in some way, selectively bred, crossbred. So these are not the fruits from Mother Nature. We have a lot more fructose in our foods, and we have a lot of phytates, plant chemicals, which are anti-nutrients that can rob your body of minerals. We don't eat things in season. We eat whenever we want. We're very gluttonous. And not only that, we are deprived from touch, from this tactile nature. We live alone in units, and we're constantly in our mind. Fight or flight, fight or flight, fight or flight. So that puts our body into a stress state of, okay, don't need to poop, don't need to have a baby, don't need to digest, because all of that is exerting energy, and we need to conserve energy for that lion chasing us, and we need to survive. People do not think in this nature. So children in tribal cultures would have 95% touch with another human being each day. And today, children have what? 17% per day of this tactileness, because parents are at their jobs, and, you know, instead of spending time with your children, they're being taken to soccer practice at night. Why are these activities for children at night, and they're not following a circadian rhythm? That is the problem. So when people are trying to switch gears and go from a carb-laden inflammatory diet to a ketogenic diet, they often are unsuccessful, which is why people start to say that keto may be not safe. It's not keto that's unsafe, it's the application of it. You guys want to stick with these inflammatory foods. You don't want to learn about them. So a few years ago, people were bullying me on the internet because they're like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know. Well, that almost never happens anymore. Because now the discussion of inflammatory foods is starting to be a part of the conversation. like whey and casein, like mycotoxins, like phytic acid, and saponins, and salicylates, and oxalates, and goitrogens, lectins. Eating foods out of season, yo. Now, we can pull it off, but we're inflamed. And we don't get the motherfucking business. We don't get the business, right? We don't, boom, boom. We're inflamed. So when you try to lose weight, why would the body want to lose weight? That's gonna, you have to exert energy. You have to not be starving, and to not be starving, the body has to think it's not being chased by a lion, and even a bill will raise the stress hormones and get your estrogen, for women and men, out of wonky level, get into a wonky level, and then you just start storing fat because your blood sugar is too high. I say this in all these videos, you guys. People are like, oh my God, it's so complicated. It's not complicated. It's very simple. Well, it's only simple to those who are ready to do whatever it takes to learn. If you don't trust me, do the research yourself. Don't ask me to do the research. I already did it. Y'all do the research. All right, guys, we're going to learn more on how to get into ketosis and to consider things like plant chemicals and the fight or flight syndrome and trying to regulate and put into a homeostatic balance your blood sugar. Go to stephanieperson.com, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram. And I'm about to go and use my body at the gym because that's what it's designed for. And I'm out. Got some energy. Cool. Got some energy, energy, energy.